What's up, people? I am your host, Titan, and welcome to NTAT. Today, I am continuing our Starfield build series and talking about my personal favorite, a heavy weapons bounty hunter. So, without further ado, meet Asher Blackstone.
My name is Asher Blackstone, and I'm a member of the Trackers Alliance. Yeah, that's right, I'm a bounty hunter. First lesson you should learn, no matter if you're from Neon or New Atlantis, there is no moral code. Whoever has the credits has the power. Doesn't matter to me if you are a mother trying to get her kid back from spacers or a suit aiming to eliminate the competition. As long as the credits are right, I'm the man for the job. There are those who would put a bounty on my head. Yes, that's the price for being the best. But don't get it twisted, I'll never be the prey. I'll always be the predator.
The background you'll want to pick for this character is Bounty Hunter. The perks you'll unlock for this is piloting, target control systems, and your main perk, Boost Pack Training. The Boost Pack is a vital part for this build, and this background allows you an early game advantage when it comes to space fights. You'll spend most of your time on the surface, but space attacks do happen, so having targeting and piloting unlocked without having to waste a skill point is quite helpful, especially early game, but it's continually useful throughout the game. The traits you'll want to use is Extrovert. This boosts your oxygen with human companions, and you'll pretty much always have a companion with you anyways, so this is the way to go. Terra Firma. This boosts your health and O2 while you're on land. You're going to be on the ground 90% of your gameplay anyway, so this is just a given. The next one is Wanted. This boosts your damage when you have low health. This build is all about damage output and putting yourself in the middle of the battleground, so your health will be low, so this might as well be one that you use to your advantage. Next, I want to deep dive into the skill tree. This is a full breakdown that will maximize damage output for your heavy weapons and your ballistics, as well as focusing on boosting your health. Alright, let's start with tech. You'll want to put 4 skill points into Boost Pack Training. This will greatly increase your fuel regeneration and it lowers your fuel consumption. The boost pack is an essential part of the heavy build as you will utilize it to often create distance between you and the opponent, and it also allows you to gain the high ground.
I have the high ground!
The following 6 points can be changed. These points are used to unlock Boost Assault Training. So here are my suggestions for a great build. 4 points into Security. This point is needed throughout the game, but it's not build specific, but it does come really in handy. 2 points into Shield Systems. This allows for an extra edge for space combat. Now for the main perk. 4 points into Boost Assault Training. This unlocks the ability to hover in the air while aiming and slows time 70%. It also has a chance to knock down and ignite enemies when you boost next to them. Moving on to Science, you will want to add at least 2 points into Medicine. This will increase the amount that you regenerate from med packs, while decreasing the time it takes to heal. You will be taking frequent damage from enemies, so the tankier you are, the better. Next is Combat. This is where the bulk of your points will be going. 4 points will be going into Ballistics. This will increase your ballistic damage by 30%. 4 points into Heavy Weapons. This will increase the damage of your heavy weapons by 30%, as well as gaining a 25% physical resistance while aiming with a heavy weapon. Only 1 point goes into Rapid Reloading. This increases your reload speed by 30% on ballistic weapons. Alright, moving on to Social. You'll want to put 2 points into Scavenging. This adds a chance to find extra ammo while looting containers. Moving on to Physical. You'll want 4 points into Wellness. This will increase your max health by 40%, and since you'll be taking damage, this is necessary. You'll also want to add 4 points into Pain Tolerance, 2 points into Gymnastics. The boost pack is the main way of getting around, and falling from high up is inevitable and will happen frequently. So having the reduced fall damage is 100% necessary. And 4 points into Rejuvenation. At level 4, this will significantly decrease your need for med packs during combat. This is extremely useful. Alright, moving on to Anomaly Powers. There are a ton of choices that you can use for this build that will all change how you approach things. The powers can enhance your experience a ton. The 2 powers that pair best for this build include Gravity Wave, which is acquired from Temple Beta and allows you to knock down enemies temporarily, and Reactive Shield, found at Temple Teu, which weakens and can reflect enemy projectiles. This build is specifically set up for ballistic weapons and heavy weapons. So the three main guns that I suggest using are the microgun. This weapon is fantastic against single enemies with high health and armor. The Reckless Bombardment is the holy grail for this build. Regardless of the situation, this will be the best choice. Unfortunately, you do have to reload quite frequently and is on the slower side. So if you need a backup weapon, the Revenant is the must-have. This is the best backup weapon that you can have. Its extremely fast fire rate and relatively fast reload speed is great for when you are surrounded and in a tight situation where the microgun fails. This picks up that load. Alright, so let's jump into how to play. The heavy weapons build is supposed to break the rules of engagement. This build is meant to clear the battlefield as quickly as possible. For this build, you will want to obtain 2 microguns, one to equip to your companion. The first one can be stolen by the UC supply shop in the well. You don't need any points into stealth, but you will need to move fast. When stolen, you can remove the stolen status from the microgun by selling it to the trade authority and then purchasing it back. The second microgun and the Reckless Bombardment can be obtained during the Hostile Intelligence questline for the UC Vanguard. This quest is one that you want to complete as early as possible. Once you have the second microgun, equip your companion with it and only give them 1 ammo. They will still have infinite, so don't waste the ammo. Reckless Bombardment is the primary weapon as its damage is unmatched. A warning though, ammo can run out faster than you think with all of these weapons, so be sure to resupply as often as possible. Waiting 24 hours at a shop to reset the vendor is a great way to reduce traveling from vendor to vendor. The advantage of the Reckless Bombardment paired with the Boost Assault perk is it allows you to jump from high locations and just hover while bombing all of the enemies around and under you, while your companion can take care of the stragglers. Using the reactive shield power as much as possible during these conflicts will always give you an upper hand, but for stronger enemies such as the Terramorph, you'll want to keep the gravity wave power readily available, as it will knock them down, rendering them useless for a short period of time. This gives you the perfect window to reload or gain some distance, allowing your jetpack to recharge. For interior combat, the microgun will be a great choice compared to the grenade launcher, but its slow spinning up speed can quickly put you at a disadvantage, so this is where the Revenant comes into play. The ability to deal massive amounts of damage very quickly can get you out of a situation, allowing you to clear out a hallway or rooms long enough for you to reload your other weapons. This build has become my absolute favorite, and I really enjoy getting myself into conflicts. With no points into persuasion, you will quickly find yourself in a fight after a conversation goes wrong. Overall, if you like chaos and blowing things up, this is your build. Personally, I believe that this is the funnest build, especially if you like fast-paced action. But that wraps up this video. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and join us every Friday morning.